Good morning, everyone. Or, well, I'm saying this as it is. What is it like? Not even 6 o'clock today. It's even earlier than yesterday, since the actual competition starts at 10, when the practice started yesterday at the same time. But since we have 2 hours practice as well, if we want in the morning, I'm going a bit earlier. Probably gonna be there. It starts, if you want to train all the time, at 8 o'clock, but I can't be asked. So I'll be there around 9:30, something like that. And yeah, I don't think we'll get much use in practicing anyways today, since it is so. Yeah, it's gonna rain. It's already actually started to rain a little bit, so. But yeah, I think the conditions are just gonna be very, very different anyways. So I'm mainly gonna practice to do a few runs just because I need to warm up. Like, yeah, just feeling how I'm feeling for the day and stuff like that. I don't think it's actually gonna be too much practice towards the competition. I think the competition is, yeah, it's just gonna be about survival. Yeah, as you can see now, no more ugly blue tape here. Because I'm not gonna be using the T-bar anymore today. So definitely did what it was supposed to do, and protected the handlebar. So yeah, it did. It did what it was supposed to, although it probably looked ugly, and you guys had to watch it all the day. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's gonna be about having fun this race, and that's what I'm gonna focus on. Like I said, I think the last race I took all the fun away by trying to push myself too much. At the end of the day, I know that even if I run 100% at my best level, I nail everything perfectly, I'm not even gonna be in the top 10. So that's something that I need to remember as well, that just have fun, just keep it clean. I think I can actually do somewhat reasonable by just keeping it clean, having solid runs. Because it will be wet and it will be wild, and yeah, just try to find some kind of confidence to ride with in this kind of weather. Yeah, practice felt okay. Obviously didn't take the fastest lines, but I was riding with this weather in mind, so I did already try to ride the wet weather lines yesterday, although they weren't the fastest yesterday. I hope by just playing it a little bit safe and picking lines that you have a little bit more wiggle room with, is something that can pay off today. But yeah, other than that, like, I don't know what I don't know. I don't think a result in terms of a placing is what really matters. I think what I want to do is just leave the venue and feel like I myself feel like I did well, or like to what I'm happy with, and not so much like a certain placing. Like I said, I think the main thing is to be happy myself with how I rode. So yeah, I will probably include like maybe 1 or 2 practice runs, but after that it will be after a wet, muddy competition day. So I only decided to include 1 practice run, but I think this is the best one because this run really shows how sketchy it already started to get, even during the practice. So this is actually me from the future. I'm actually back home already. I will show the race runs, don't worry. Basically, once again, they talked during the drivers' meeting about the GoPro cameras, and this time they didn't say that no GoPros are allowed, thankfully. But they did say that you're only allowed to have it on the visor, and as you know, I have it on a shin mount. So this is my usual mount that I use for riding or filming whenever I ride. And oh yeah, here it is. This is the visor that I usually have. The one that I use and I will change back to. But actually, I did have a spare lid or visor that I just haven't used because it doesn't really fit, as you see it's black, but it's always good to have a spare. And I have a mount for one of those mounts that you attach with sticky mounts. So I actually basically from the drivers meeting I had 10 minutes to just rush and change it and put it on so that I could film something because when I had the drivers meeting I still had this attached and had it on the chin mount. So that's why I couldn't film and say it at the time, because I was in a rush just to get this ready for the race so that I didn't miss that out. I can just say that I have no idea whatsoever how it looks like. I don't know if the angle is good because I haven't looked back on the footage at all. There's also a chance that it was so much mud and spray and rain, so maybe you can't see because of that. And also, as you can see, usually I use those foam wind slayers. Actually, I think I have it in here. Yeah, this one to reduce wind noise. So the noise may also be awful. We don't know, or I don't know because I haven't watched it. But with that in mind, I was like, well, it might be awful looking, you might not be able to see anything, you might not be able to hear anything, but I figured that it's for sure better than nothing and just skipping out recording whatsoever. So I hope it looks okay, but I honestly have no idea as of right now. So, but yeah, I thought I'd just explain why that is and why the camera angle will look different from now. So yeah, let's jump into the race runs.
3, 2, 1, kör!
Har du trött i det?
Ja, tack.
upp, lämna in i mål. Kom igen!
Ah. Ja.
Ja, ta det lugnt. Måste det. Tre, två, ett, kör!
Oh. Ja, där någonstans.
Varsågod! Jag kan vända!
Okay.
Yeah, I'm alive. I can say that I didn't fall a single time, which is pretty nuts considering how many close calls there were. Man, on this last one as well, I was like, here on this last stage I really felt like having my flats really helped me out, because that was full on just putting my leg out for the first two corners, or no, 3 and 4 I think it is. And just, yeah, trying to survive. And like, I had a big front wheel slip as well after the first corner, so but managed to stay on. So yeah, like it's like, yeah, every single stage I felt sloppy and sketchy, and yeah, but I think that's how it's gonna be for everyone today in these conditions. So just the fact that I got down cleanly on every single run, I'm pretty happy with, but I'm obviously not gonna be close to any good result. I don't know the result at all at this time. And because, yeah, I'm just going back up now after the competition, but I said that I wanted to be feel myself that I'm happy with how I performed, and yeah, like I said, a few close calls and a lot of slipping and sliding, and could definitely have fallen quite a few times, but I didn't, so I'll take it. Then I might add in some kind of like end monologue, like, going through the results maybe. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for me for today. Like I said, next clip, if you see anything, it's gonna be from later on when I'm nice, dry and warm, hopefully. So yeah, thanks a lot guys for tagging along, and yeah, I hope you saw something, because yeah, I don't know how this footage is looking, but every time I took the helmet off the stage, it was soaked in mud, so we'll see. But yeah, take care guys, have a nice one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
So I thought I'd do a little bit of an outro and talk about the result. And well, I was still towards the bottom edge of the results, but I was at least beating a few more people than last time I did an Enduro competition. And what I realized kinda is what is also reflected in the results, and that is that I did keep up actually pretty well on the flow trail, stage 1. And yeah, that's simply because that's and I think you can see it on the as well on the footage, that's the only trail that I actually attacked properly and actually took some risks and tried to push. Because yeah, the grip was still okay, although it was wet and slippy. And I obviously lacked a few seconds compared to the very best, but at least I was in the mix on that one, on lap 1 and 2. Obviously lap 1 was faster. One, because it was a little bit drier. Yeah, the more it rained throughout the day, the wetter it got and the slipperier it got. And also there were 2 corners during the second run where I got caught up and lost a lot of speed. So yeah, it wasn't as clean. But yeah, stage 1 I was pretty happy with, and yeah, it showed in the results as well that I did keep up somewhat well to the others. Stage 2 and stage 3 are the problem, I guess. Stage 2 felt okay during practice, but I always struggled throughout the entire weekend to get stage 3 well, and yeah, I feel like I got way too passive. Basically, obviously you gotta back off when it gets muddy and tricky, but I got too passive and got too scared during the competition, I felt like, and I think that's reflected because I rode with some other people and they were faster throughout the entire weekend, and it was great training to try to keep up with them. But what I felt was that I kept up decently with them on stage 2 and 3 during practice, but still was a few seconds behind. But I definitely noticed that I felt, or I was even further behind during the competition. And yeah, basically I feel like I got way too scared and passive during the competition because it was so wet and slippy. I would have liked maybe a bit more grip because I had my DHF front, and maybe it's just a comfort thing, but there when it gets so extremely muddy, I would have loved something with bigger knobs, side knobs, to really dig into the mud a little bit more. But that being said, like, yeah, I feel like in my riding as well, I should have definitely attacked more. I should have taken more risks, dared a little bit more. And yeah, like I said, it shows in the results. It's stage 2 and stage 3 where I really fell behind compared to a lot of other people. The special stage, it was okay. I definitely could have done it cleaner. I almost crashed after the first turn. Managed to save it. Then did some kind of power slide through the third and fourth corner. Bottom section was, it was okay. Then picked the best line through the last steep chute, rocky chute. But that's also one where I at least was somewhat in the mix. But yeah, stage 2 and stage 3 was the main problem. Obviously, like on stage 3 on the first lap, I had that moment where I went off the bridge and had to run up that hill. Obviously lost a lot of time there, and that was the only stage where I improved on the second lap, and understandably so, because it was because I fell off that bridge. So there were a few seconds from mistakes that I could have earned, but I think that's the big takeaway, to really dare to attack more than what I did. But I'm still like decently happy. Like I said, I did some stages well, and I feel like I dared to attack. But yeah, I feel like the conditions made me too scared to yeah, go at it. But yeah, that's the last race of the year. So also something I want to say is big thanks to the GES for hosting a competition like this, and the competitions that they've hosted the entire year. They're great and a lot of fun, and perfect for me that's trying to get into learning to compete and all that. Also, big shout out to the people at Dackestupet, the people that work there, and keep the place going. Trails are awesome, and I highly recommend going there, even if you're not competing and you just want to have a good day out at the bike park. I think they've closed now for the season, but next year for sure try to get there if you have the chance and you're somewhat nearby. Honestly, my favorite trails are some of the ones that I didn't even ride during the competition, so highly recommend going there, and I probably will go myself at some point during the next year. But yeah, that being said, thanks a lot for watching. Now I'm gonna train hard during the winter, and let's see how the competition season goes next year. So see ya and take care.